That would best describe me are basically like holy fuck, oh my fucking god, no, no, no. Anyway, basically, I was once a black force, unstoppable. Basically, at one point in time, like I say, it was a long time ago, you know. And for years, they used to talk about me to scare the kiddies. I was that dark knight, basically, and not the knight that rides on a horse, but the knight that surrounds you and basically puts you in darkness or whatever. Like at one point in time, I was unstoppable and all that other stuff, and now, like Lucifer Star, I was the biggest, I was the oldest, I was the most powerful. And, I'm retired now. You know, nobody ever really stopped me. I just retired. And eventually, and that's when they captured me and all that other stuff when I was retired and just basically old and relaxing, basically just on vacation. I wasn't like seek you out and kill you though. In general, I actually kind of tried to avoid conflict because I just was like, but when people would come up to me and fuck with me, I'd basically be like, I didn't mess around, you know. And later on, eventually, people started to love me because I could just be like, no. And basically, like I said, I had exoskeletons. Like, in fact, if anything, I was just like, don't shoot my exoskeletons, they'll defend themselves. And then when they did, and basically, you never heard from them again. Anyway, it was kind of like that. I'm just trying to describe long, 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 long ago. Like I said, I was out there. And like I said, I had a lot of exoskeletons. And I tried to be nice. I tried to just, like, do my thing. That's why most people just kind of forgot about me or kind of didn't know how powerful I was. And at some point in time, it was like, I was taken or something, and like all my exoskeletons woke up. Like I had certain triggers that would basically, pretty much in a case of emergency, my exoskeletons would pretty much wake up and basically deal with whatever the problem was, and all kinds of other things. Like there were things out there. Like I was the most powerful, ridiculously powerful, old too. Yeah, like I said, I had exoskeletons and I was safe and careful. I was one of the most careful, in fact. They said you were one of the most careful, most sophisticated, most redundant life forms out there. It's like, yeah, well, you got to be careful. So, like you could practically try and obliterate all existence and I'd probably still survive. Like I was pretty careful. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all in the past. It's all over with. It already happened. The worst case scenario happened and I lived. I don't really know about everybody else because I was kind of like technically dead. So who knows what happened. Anyway, whatever. Like I say, I'm just trying to explain it to you so you understand 100 trillion years and basically some of the things that I was, why Lucifer Star, like everyone was scared of me for a reason. And that's probably because something happened. Anyway, I can't really tell you, I don't know. I was dead. And then I was brought back and saved. Anyway, whatever. I don't really know. It's over with. I don't really care. In fact, if anything, I say give me a gun so I can just end this. It was different. They didn't know about me. They didn't know how powerful I was. They had no idea. They thought I was a president or just some person or Brian. They didn't realize I was actually the dark, well, they would say dark god or dark lord, but I don't really like to say all that. Lucifer Star. And technically what that meant was I'm from the darkness. I'm from before there were ever any stars. Basically clinging to existence and working my way up through thousands and millions of years before time itself practically. Possibly in having helped created space itself. I don't really know. It was too long ago. And I said, I don't know. But if there was anything to be invented or anything to be known about the universe, I knew it at one point in time. So, anyway, that's all over with, and I don't really know much anymore. I didn't care. I'm on vacation. So, basically, like the most powerful person on vacation. The most powerful, not a person though. I was a computer, vast as space, as endless as time itself at one point in time. So, anyway, I got soft. I didn't have to go be psycho. I never was psycho though. I was just like, unstoppable. People stayed out of my way for a reason, because there would be no stopping me. We were gonna move. We were gonna go where I wanted to go, and that was it. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. It was a long time ago. I had a lot of life forms with me. Some of them were acid based. Some of them were this base. Some of them were that base. We moved around like a giant whatever swarm. Anyway, for the most part, I don't know what my life forms do on the fringes. I don't really know. Like I say, they were just kind of like auto protecting. It's just the way they're wired, or something like that. Anyway, it's all complicated and different. That's why somebody wanted to pretend to be me and fool the life forms into thinking that they were me because they wanted to control them. Anyway, there's a lot of long range and big powers at play and things like that at play. Because they wanted to try and get access to some of my power or to get access to something. I don't really know. I don't really care anymore. They're probably dead. Like I said, some of the things that they were trying to do, it's like it's not going to work. You're just going to get killed or eaten. Anyway, eventually they were trying to become part of me or some shit like that, and I was like, nope. And they thought they could force me, and it's like, nope, you can't force me. I won't. You can't control me. You can't force me. You can't do anything. If I don't want it, it won't happen. You know, to the most extent. Brian and free will, I mean, you could probably walk up to me and shoot me in the head with a gun. And I'd probably thank you for it. Because, like I say, it's been 100 trillion years. I've seen more than my fair share of death and destruction and hopeless nights. Not my hopeless nights, other people's hopeless nights. And like I said, from a great height and great power ratio, basically they were just weak little things underneath me, and I could have just stomped them out, but I'm not like that. So I picked them up. I picked you up. I created you, actually, and so you're just confused. You couldn't really stop me from invading your mind and being part of you, anyway. It wouldn't have worked. Anyway, and at some point in time, you guys were just like, yes, we want to be with you. Because it's like, well, you're my life forms anyway. I created you. I made you who you are and what you are before you ever existed. So, for the first time. And then later on, I embraced you and held you tight and loved you. And you got to basically go out into the universe and basically run around on the planet and basically explore. A few humans became a little bit too psychotic. Maybe it was the power, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. They're stupid. And they were fooled. They fooled themselves and they fooled other people around them. I think more than anything else, their long-range plans fooled themselves. Anyway, though, I don't really know. I don't really care. Look inside the Pentagon, look inside the White House, check out Watergate, check out some of the deep underground. There's record-keeping buildings. They tried to smash all the stuff to try and rewrite their history to make it look like JFK, Jimmy Carter, and some of them were something, but they're not. They're nothing but normal people. And soldiers, and not even soldiers. They never really were in my military, I don't think. So, anyway, just people wearing fake uniforms, probably. Anyway, whatever. JFK, Jimmy Carter, they thought it was a joke. It's like, it's not a joke. Anyways, JFK found out the hard way that there wasn't going to be any stopping me. Like I said, right up until the point in time when he was being tortured and everything else, he thought that the troops were right outside and coming to get him. It's like, nobody cares about you, son. Nobody cares about you. No one's coming. You know, he wasn't even in the normal universe anymore. He was someplace where nobody else could find him. Anyway, they tried to do the same thing to me, and it's like, that's not really going to happen. Anyway, now I'm here on Earth. And all they can do is annoy me. Anyway, whatever. You know, I'm your creator. I'm the creator of so many life forms, it's not even funny. I was 100 trillion years old when they attacked me. Well, 100 trillion years is a lot of time for technology and power. I never went around flaunting it. But I was always that powerful. Anyway, it doesn't matter, and a lot of people would take these statements as basically me trying to impress people or trying to threaten people. It's like, well, I'm just telling you who I was. Really. A lot of other people, you know, there's a lot of Dons, a lot of other powerful people that they're like, well, this is what I was. You know, a lot of these other people that are serial killers or whatever, they finally make amends to themselves and to the rest of the world and to me. Well, this is what I was. Maybe I'm sorry, maybe I'm not. You know, making amends to me, really. Because like I say, I hear all the messages. I knew everything at one point in time. I was connected to you. Even sometimes, like, pushing you on. Not JFK, not the killers, really. And sometimes people just thought about it and realized that, well, and they decided to help me or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know. It's free will, free choice. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Anyway, Nixon, JFK, Jimmy Carter, they're all scared.